Hey, students, all of you, welcome back. Here is a great topic, very important topic from NEET point of view, called as teeth of man present in the oral cavity or buccal cavity or mouth cavity. In the previous discussion, we have started the buccal cavity, isn't it? We have completed the palate and the tongue. Now, the third component of oral cavity is the teeth of man. Here we are discussing the human teeth, isn't it? The teeth are present in the oral cavity. Okay, so these teeth are present in the head region. Two maxillary bones are present. Two maxillae, these are called as, and here is a mandible present. These two are called as maxillae. Maxillary bones or maxillae 1 and 2 are present in the upper jaw. Upper jaw, here one bone, here one bone. These two are the maxillae, and this is the lower jaw. This is the lower jaw. You see here, this is one maxilla, and here is another maxilla. This one's here, and this is a U-shaped structure here. This called as a mandible. Mandible means the lower jaw bone. This is a U-shaped structure. The lower jaw bone here, this one's, and two of the maxillae present, the upper jaw bones. So these three bones, 1, 2, and 3 bones, they form the together called as a jaw bone. They are called as a jaw bone. The jaw bone contains the small depressions here. See here, these are the small depressions present. Here the sockets, these are called as sockets. Sockets means the whole like structures. See here, I represent here. This is a socket. Can you see all of you? It's a socket like this. Jaw sockets present in the upper jaw as well as the lower jaw sockets. Into these sockets, the teeth can be inserted here like this. Getting a point of view here like this. So this is the teeth. The white structure here up to here is the teeth inserted into the sockets like this. Clear? So two jaw bones, upper side maxillae and lower ones, mandible here forms the jawbone here. And this is got here lined by here called as gums. Inside to these jawbones here what are present? Gums are present here. See, this is a lower lip, and these teeth are present. Between these two, what is present? I told you, vestibule is present, isn't it? So here the gums are present around here. This is a vestibule. Here gums are present called as a gingiva. Gums are here are called as a gingiva. I am writing this diagram here. So teeth are present in the jaw sockets. Teeth are present in the jaw sockets. So these are the sockets where the teeth are present, and these are the actual teeth, for example. So there are depressions where, for example, this is the socket and this is the teeth. Here, these are present here like this. So these are called as sockets or theca, also called as the theca, also called as the alveoli. Sockets, these are depressions, hole extraction sockets are also called as theca or alveoli, where the teeth are present. Here's the mammalian teeth, including the human teeth, are called as a thecodont dentition. Thecodont dentition. Dentition. Anything dant means here called as teeth. In Sanskrit, the root word is dantaha, isn't it? Dant. It came from here. Dent. Dent means related to the teeth. That's why the study of teeth is called as odontology. Odontology. Dentist is a teeth specialist, isn't it? So, what a study of teeth is called as odontology. Anything dont means here related to the teeth. Then, what is dentition? The pattern of arrangement of teeth. What is the actual pattern of arrangement of teeth is called as a dentition. Clear? And the mammalian teeth and human teeth are called as here which one? thecodont dentition. What is thecodont dentition? The teeth are present in the theca sockets or alveoli. That's why thecodont dentition. Number one. And four different types of teeth are there. Four different types. Four different types of teeth are present. Hence, the mammalian teeth, including human teeth, is called as heterodont. Heterodont. What's meant by hetero here? Hetero means different. Homo means same. In the lower vertebrates like fishes, amphibians, what happens? All the teeth are of same size, shape and structure. Such as pattern of arrangement is called as homodont. Whereas in the mammals, four different types of teeth are present. Example, human beings. They are called as incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of teeth are present. Hence is called as a heterodont. One is a thecodont. Next, number 2 is a heterodont dentition. Dentition means the type of or pattern of arrangement of the teeth is called as a dentition here. So incisors, they are chisil shaped structures. Chisil shaped. What is a chisil shape like this? They are very sharp, useful for cutting. Useful for cutting. When you buy the ice cream, you cut it, isn't it? They are with the help of the incisors. They are present towards the front side. Therefore, as a chisil means here like this. This is a chisil shaped structure, useful for cutting and biting something here. You take ice cream like this, front pair. So they are incisors. Next one is the canines. They are dagger-like, very sharp. Dagger-like here. That's why useful for tearing the flesh. When you eat non-vegetarian, you tear the flesh like this, isn't it? These canines are especially developed in the carnivores like tigers, dogs, isn't it? They are the canines. Next one is the premolars. Premolars are present here, rounded shape here. They are rounded shaped structures, and molars are also rounded here, like this. They are like this here. They are rounded structures. And these two are called as the cheek teeth. Cheek teeth. Because they are present in the cheek. That's why cheek teeth. And both are useful for grinding the food. Grinding the food, mastication, biting and grinding the food here. These are useful for biting and these are useful for grinding, and this one is useful for tearing the flesh, especially here. Whichever is very sharp here, very hard food is useful for tearing. That's why here very sharp dagger-like teeth, and they are called as canines. And these premolars and molars are useful for grinding the food, for the complex food particles into the simpler ones, and that's nothing but here mechanical digestion or physical process of digestion. I told you especially, isn't it? So these are the different patterns of teeth here. Now let's discuss the third pattern here now. Now the teeth are arranged as a dental formula. Dentition is depicted as a dental formula. Dental formula in the children means here infants. Here infants. Dental formula of number 1 infants is 2102 by 2102. See here, what is that? Incisors, canines, premolars and molars here. I'll write here, okay? Incisors, canines, premolars, molars. 2102 by 2102. Here, upper side, whichever is there, that's called as upper jaw. This is depicting the upper jaw and this is depicting the lower jaw here. Clear, students? So how to calculate the formula here? Into 2, whichever you put, into 2 here. 2, 1 plus 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 into 2, 10. And here also same, 10. You should add, you should not cancel out here. This is not a mathematics class, isn't it? This is not a division. You have to add 10 plus 10 is equal to 20 teeth are present in the infants. who suck the milk of the mother, they are called as infants. Infants' total teeth are 20. And these are the next one. These are called as deciduous teeth. Deciduous teeth or milk teeth. Deciduous teeth or milk teeth. Because by the time this child appears here around 6 years, they are lost. Complete set of teeth here, 20 teeth are lost. And they are replaced by the permanent teeth. Once this child has the 6 years, or by this time of these 6 years, all the 20 teeth are lost and they are replaced by the permanent teeth. That is, these teeth are two sets. One is a milk teeth or deciduous teeth, temporary teeth, and they are replaced by the permanent teeth. Two sets of teeth are there. Hence, this condition is called as diphyodont dentition. Diphyodont condition or dentition here. Diphyodont dentition. Here, di means two. Okay, as different from mono. Mono means only one. Clear? Diphyodont dentition. Why? Because these are replaced again by the permanent teeth. How many teeth are replaced? 20 teeth are replaced here. That's why it's called as a diphyodont dentition, because it consists of two types of teeth here. Two sets of teeth are present. Next one is in the adults. What is the dental formula? 2, 1, 2, 3 by 2, 1, 2, 3. Again, incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Again here, you calculate this one, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8. 8 into 2 here, that is 16. 8 into 2, 16. You have to add 16 plus 16, 32. 32 teeth are permanent teeth here, isn't it? So these teeth, how many teeth are missing? Which teeth are missing are now? The premolars are absent in the infants. No premolars are present in the infants here. And here it's simply, which one is appearing here? Premolars are appearing after 6 years, isn't it? See here, 2, that is 2 into 2, 4 premolars in the upper jaw and 4 premolars in the lower jaw here. That is 4 plus 4, 8 premolars are appearing after 6 years, isn't it? Next one is molars. 1 molar is missing here. 1 into 2, 2 plus here 2 molars are missing. That is 2 plus 2, 4. 4 molars are appearing later. So 8 plus 4, how much? 12 teeth are appearing after the child becomes an adult. That is 20 teeth are deciduous teeth or milk teeth, and only 12 teeth are the appearing later on here. Only one set of teeth is there with respect to this 12 teeth, but two sets of teeth are there with respect to the 20 teeth. And that's why these 20 teeth are called as the diphyodont dentition, whereas 12 teeth are called as the monophyodont dentition. Clear, students, all of you? So overall, what is the impression? I'm sorry. So here, heterodont dentition, why? Because 4 different types of teeth are there: incisors, canines, premolars and molars. And here it's also called as a diphyodont dentition because at least 20 teeth are replaced by the permanent teeth here. You're getting a point of view. So what is the dental formula of the infants? 2102 by 2102. Whereas in the adults it is 2123 by 2123 here. In the infants it is 20 types of 20 number of teeth are there. Whereas in adults it is 32 number of teeth here. Okay. So how can you describe the dentition of the mammals now? So dentition of the mammals is described as thecodont, heterodont and diphyodont. Thecodont dentition means present in the theca alveolar sockets. Heterodont, 4 different types of teeth are there, and diphyodont, 2 sets of teeth are there. One is a milk teeth, other is a permanent teeth here. This is the dentition present in the mammals, including the human beings. Thecodont dentition is present not only in the mammals but also crocodiles. Here. Okay, students. So this is the type of teeth present in the human beings. Now let's discuss the structure of tooth. Means here illness of tooth of man, of humans. Illness of tooth of humans here. This is the structure of tooth of humans. So this is the structure of illness of tooth of humans. So there are basically three parts are there. One is a crown. This is a crown, the exposed part. Up to from here to here is a crown. Very small neck is there, constricted part, but as the neck is present. And the lower part here, the bottom part is a root. Only crown is exposed outside. Only crown is exposed outside. We can see only the crown. Whereas the neck and the root are embedded. What is embedded here? Lying deeply within is called as the embedded. So neck and root are embedded inside the sockets. These cannot be seen. Only this part can be seen because this crown is the exposed part. So the tooth of man. Tooth means single one. So tooth of man consists of basically three parts: crown, neck, and root here. Now much of the tooth is made of this substance called as dentine. Much of the tooth is made of the substance called as dentine. Much of the tooth is made of the substance called as dentine, and dentine is made of the cells called as odontoblasts. Odontoblasts. They are the cells which form the dentine, and odontoblasts are mesodermal in origin. During embryonic stages, they are derived from mesoderm. Mesodermal in origin. Okay. Next one is the dentine of the crown. This is the crown now. The dentine of crown is called as enamel. The dentine of crown. This is a crown. The dentine of crown is called as enamel. This is the enamel. And enamel, let's describe the enamel now. Enamel is made of the special cells called as ameloblasts. Ameloblasts, which are derived from ectoderm. So a part of tooth is derived from mesoderm. A part of tooth is also derived from ectoderm. So tooth is the ectomesodermal in origin. Very important bit. Ectomesodermal in origin here. So a question may come like this. The teeth is derived from ectoderm. Number 2, mesoderm. Number 3, endoderm. Number 4, ectomesodermal in origin. What is the answer? 4 is the answer. Ectomesodermal in origin here. Enamel is made of ameloblast cells which are derived from ectoderm here. And enamel is the hardest substance of the human body. Hardest substance of human body and also total vertebrate body. Enamel is the hardest substance of the human body as well as the vertebrate body. It's even harder, even tougher than the bone. Why? Because enamel is made of calcium carbonate. Calcium carbonate. Calcium phosphate, and it also contains the fluorine, which gives the toughness to enamel. That's why it's the hardest substance of the human body. It's also is a shiny appearance is present here. Shiny appearance is present for the enamel. Getting my point, all of you students. So the dentine of crown is as enamel here. Okay, we brush the teeth. And that is which one is covering? Enamel is covering here. Okay, students. And below the dentine, see here, this is the enamel. Here is the enamel present. This is the enamel exposed part. Below the enamel body is present. This is the dentine. See here, this is the dentine. And below the dentine body is present. The pulp cavity is present here. This is the pulp cavity. See here, this entire structure is the pulp cavity here. This is the enamel, dentine, and this is the pulp cavity here. So what's the sequence? Enamel, below the enamel, dentine, and below the enamel, dentine, what is present? Pulp cavity is present here. That is the sequence type question. Clear? So pulp cavity here. What is pulp cavity? Let's discuss now. Pulp cavity. The cavity present inside the tooth. The space occupied inside the tooth is called as pulp cavity. The pulp cavity is filled with the pulp, and the pulp contains the blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and nerves, and also contains some odontoblasts cells. Odontoblasts. This is the composition of the pulp. Pulp is present in the pulp cavity, and pulp contains the blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, nerves, and odontoblast cells. The pulp also contains the very important structures called as the root canal here. Can you see, all of you? These is narrow extensions are there. This is the root canal. These are the narrow extensions present throughout the pulp cavity called as root canal. This root canal is supplied with a rich supply of the blood is present here. If there is a dental problem, the root canal therapy is very common. You might have heard this one, root canal therapy. Treatment is present because the root canal is richly supplied with the blood vessels. Blood vessels means it contains the nutrients. And there is a root canal therapy if there is a dental decay. Clear, students? So that's about the pulp cavity. And see here, this is present here. And crown is connected to the root by a constricted, very narrow neck is present here. And the basal part, this is the basal part of the root. Neck and the root. Neck and the root is the basal part. The lower part, the posterior part, which is present inside the sockets. This is not to be seen here. It cannot be seen. Neck and the root. Clear? So the neck is connecting the crown with the root here. And the root here. Now let's discuss the root part. Below discussion of the root part, let's have a small glance of the socket. This is a socket, for example. The socket is, this is a root. This is a socket. Okay. Here is a structure, very important structure called as periodontal membrane. Periodontal membrane here. This is a periodontal membrane. Periodontal membrane present in the socket. So this covers the periodontal membrane, covers the socket. Periodontal membrane is made of tough fibrous connective tissue. It's made of tough, dense fibrous connective tissue. Dense fibrous connective tissue. Periodontal membrane is made of dense fibrous connective tissue. Where is it present? Periodontal membrane is covering which one? Socket here. This is a red structure is a periodontal membrane had drawn, isn't it? This is a socket. Instead, depression is a socket. This is a periodontal membrane. It is a dense fibrous connective tissue. Okay. And here is a root. The root is connected. This is a root and here is a periodontal membrane. These both are here covered by a structure, very important structure here. This is the root, for example. This root is connected to the periodontal membrane by a very important substance called as cementum. Cementum here. So what is the function of cementum now? It connects the root with the periodontal membrane. So that's called as cementum. What is cementum now? Cementum is nothing but, very simply, it is the dentine of the root. Cementum is the dentine of the root. Dentine of the root is called as cementum. That's it. Very simple. It is a cementing substance, a connecting substance. That's why it's called as cementum. It is also a very tough structure, just like the other parts of the tooth. Cementum is also a very connecting substance, but also the important substance because it is connecting the root with the periodontal membrane. Where is the periodontal membrane present? It is present inside the socket. Periodontal membrane is present inside the socket. It is a dense fibrous connective tissue sheath and periodontal membrane is connected to the root by the help of the cementum. Cementum is nothing but the dentine of the root here. In this way, the teeth are very strong because they are strongly embedded inside the socket. Each tooth is strongly embedded inside the socket because of the cementum and other particles here. Getting a point of you? Now, surrounding this one is the here. This is the periodontal membrane here. Can you see all of you? This is a periodontal membrane, and here is a jawbone. I told you already, isn't it? And these are sidewise. These are the gums. Gums are covering the teeth. Each tooth is covered by the gums. See here, this is a gum. Gum. This is a gum which covers the tooth, like this here. And there is a gum disease called as gingivitis, because gums means gingiva. Gingiva means gums. The inflammation of gingiva, gums, is called as gingivitis. Gingivitis. Itis means here inflammation. The swelling, redness, pain, burning sensation is called as inflammation, medically called as abscession, isn't it? So here, gingiva, gums, there is an infection because of which there is an inflammation. Inflammation of gums is called as gingivitis. This happens because of the deposition of plaque of bacteria. Plaque of bacteria. Okay. If the mouthwash is not proper, or we do sometimes the children or some of the people who are diseased won't brush the teeth properly, then there is a plague of bacteria formation, and because of which there is a dental decay and gum disease called as here gingivitis. If the gingivitis is not treated, it leads to the dental decay problem called as periodontitis. What is the disease here called as a periodontitis? These are the dental decay problems here, and you have to approach the dentist once you get the periodontitis. This is here. Okay, students, hope you enjoyed my session. All of you, type in the comment box below. All of you, God bless you all. Bye, students, all of you.